Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about 5 things women first notice about a man and find very attractive. So these 5 things may not apply to every single woman. A woman may notice all of these things and some women may just notice 1 or 2 things. But all in all, if you can manage to get a hold on all of these things, all of these 5 things, then you're going to appear way more attractive to women. So utilize this video, use it, take the advice, apply it, and see how it works out for you. Okay, so the first thing that I want to get into that a woman will first notice in a man is basically his level of confidence. His level of confidence in himself, his level of confidence around women, and if he has like a sense of purpose and a drive in his life, if he's driven, okay? Because usually men who are driven, who have a purpose and have a goal that they're relentlessly trying to make happen, that they feel inspired to do, they feel ambitious to do and conquer, and these men just automatically have a good level of confidence because they're taking action on their dreams and they're probably starting to see results, right? So that's really important, okay? So you've got to that's one of the first things you'll notice. If she can sense that you're needy and you're not confident in yourself and you've got no drive and purpose, it's one of those things that she will just be repelled for. And women can literally observe a man just by watching him and know these things. She only needs to talk to him for 2 minutes and she'll know if he's a man of confidence, if he has purpose, and if he's needy or not. She'll be able to sense this on him, okay? So what you'll need to do then in order to get that down pat, basically, and to be able to utilize it for yourself and to absorb it into your personality, essentially, is, first of all, yes, you've got to have a good sense of purpose in your life. Your main goal should not be women. Your main goal should not be trying to get laid. Your main goal in life should be a grand vision that you have for yourself, that you're working towards every single day. That should be your main quest in life. Women should just be a side quest, if you want to talk about it in sort of like video game terminology, okay? And if you've got that, then that's automatically going to make you more confident because you are not worried, you're not fearful about the future because you're working towards creating a better future for yourself, okay? Now, of course, though, you can meet men that are ultra successful and they still are rubbish around women. So that's only part of the recipe. The other part of the recipe is about getting more confident around women. And I've talked about this quite recently on my channel quite a lot. And that is the only way that you can get confident around women is to simply talk to more women and get to know women more. Become very interested in women, become fascinated by women, be able to strike up a conversation with any woman no matter what her age, okay? So that's the only way that you can improve. That's the only way you can feel more confident around women is if you force yourself to just talk to more women. Now, when you're doing that, what you shouldn't be doing is putting yourself on the hook, putting pressure on yourself to get numbers, to get a date. That's not the aim of the game. If your first aim, if you're unconfident around women, is to not worry about getting numbers, to not worry about getting dates. Your sole purpose should just be to get more comfortable around women. That's why you approach women. That's why you talk to them. And when you feel more confident and comfortable around women, when that becomes easy to talk to them, to just go up to a woman and strike up a conversation about the weather or anything. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or spectacular. It could just be a, hey, how are you doing? Sort of thing, you know. And you just have a little bit of small talk. That's it. And you don't have to like stick around or loiter. Just get comfortable. Just saying, hey, how's it going to just women. That's how you can start. You know, and then when you get more comfortable, then maybe strike up a longer conversation with a woman who's maybe queuing up for her shopping or at the bus stop or the train station or wherever, at work, school, if you're still a student. You know, and then you can have a more deeper conversation if it is warranted. You know, and if it's a good timing, right? 'Cause sometimes you might say hi to a woman and she might be really busy, which is why you can always just say, hi, how are you doing? And that's it. You don't have to say anything else. But it's just getting comfortable around women, getting comfortable to just look them in the eye and say, hi, how are you? And or talk about the weather or something like that. Just, it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to say loads of things. You don't have to keep her talking either. You don't have to trap her and get her to talk to you. right? You can just say something small like that, you know, like you would any acquaintance. Like if you just saw like your buddy who's walking the other way, you know, you're crossing paths, you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? You're like, yeah, I'm good, great. How are you? Yeah, I'm really good. That's it, done. That's all you need to do. And once that becomes easy, then you're going to develop this, you're going to have more confidence around women. It's going to be easier for you to talk to them. And when you find a woman that you do find attractive, it's going to be way easier to strike up a conversation with her because you've been doing it loads. Okay, so that's the only way you can get more confident around women, is to talk to them. And as a coach, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to coach you on what to do. Okay, and that's one of the things that you just have to do. It's just essential. It's essential. If you're nervous around women, you have to talk to them more, because what you'll find is that the men who are really confident with women have usually been around a lot of women. Okay, so they have a lot of sisters and cousins that they used to spend the summer with and things like that. It could be they just had a lot of female friends growing up. They've surrounded themselves with women, and they're just automatically comfortable around them. Whereas the men who are more unconfident with women have usually avoided talking to them, avoid being shy, basically avoided those situations. But so the only remedy then is to talk to more women. It's the only way. The only way is through. Okay, and you can't be lazy about that. Okay, you can be lazy in the way that you talk to them. You can just be like, hey, how are you? Just get used to that kind of talk. Okay, so anyway, I've talked about that enough. Okay, so let's get on to number 2, which is that's the second thing a woman will first notice about a man that she will find attractive, and that is if he has a good sense of humor, if he knows how to laugh, if he knows how to be playful, if he knows how to have a good time. And to just, if he's just fun to be around. And this is something that she'll be able to notice pretty much straight away after like the first couple of minutes of talking to him. If he's got a good sense of humor, and if he knows how to be playful and lighthearted and doesn't take her or himself or anyone else too seriously, he's just got a good sense of humor. He knows how to make other people laugh. He knows how to make other people smile. Okay, so that's another thing that she will notice about him, and it's something she will find very, very attractive. Okay, so the third thing that women will notice first about a man and find very attractive is his smell. If he smells good, this is again something that's completely unavoidable. If you smell bad, it's going to put her off. If she doesn't like how you smell, she's going to notice it straight away, and it's going to turn her stomach, and she's not going to want to continue to talk to you, date you, or want to be with you. She's definitely not going to want to sleep with you if you don't smell good. Okay, so that's easily rectified. Just make sure that your clothes are clean. You've put on some deodorant. You haven't sprayed yourself so much that you have the opposite effect, and you don't smell badly of BO or anything like that, but you just smell too much of something, you know, like Lynx Africa or something, like one of those things, right? The best kind of deodorant to get actually is roll-on deodorants. They're more effective in keeping the BO in. At least that's what I personally found from my own hygiene. So make sure that you've got like a good roll-on deodorant, and then maybe just a couple of squirts of a nice cologne or body spray or whatever, right? You don't need to put loads on, okay? And also just to make sure that you wash every day, you know, so have a shower at least once a day, have a shower, okay, and clean yourself. And if you do all those things, make sure your clothes are clean, you've got deodorant on, at least deodorant on. You don't necessarily have to wear a nice cologne, but it's just a plus. And making sure that you wash regularly, right? Every day. Now, I hate to say that, you know, I know it's a very basic thing, but I know that there are some men out there that can struggle with that if they're suffering from like a mental health condition. Okay, so if you feel like the reason why your hygiene is not good, just a little disclaimer, then please go and seek a professional help, because that is one of the symptoms of that you could allegedly have a mental health condition. So if you are struggling with your hygiene and doing those basic things for yourself, then please go and speak to someone. I'm just a YouTuber. I can only guide you. I can only coach you on things that have personally worked for me. I can't diagnose you, and I can't make you better. Okay? Only a doctor can do that, and a medical health professional. So if you're struggling with that, if you're struggling with your hygiene, then please go and talk to someone about it. Okay? And get the help that you need, because it could be that you may need some form of counseling, medication, who knows, okay? But you have to go and speak to a doctor about it, okay? It's non-negotiable. Because because it could be that could be the only thing that's missing. That could be the only puzzle piece. It may be just that it could be your hygiene. It could be your hygiene. Now, hopefully most of them, I'm pretty confident, like 90% of my audience managed to do that basic thing of smelling clean. Okay. So the fourth thing that she will definitely notice on you is your dress sense and your overall looks. Okay. So this is your body shape and the way that you dress and how nice your clothes are. And I'm not saying nice as in they're designer. I mean they fit you well. They're good fitting clothes. Now, Mark Manson goes into great detail in his book Models about dress sense and what looks good on a man. So I won't reiterate it here. Please go and read that book Models by Mark Manson. It's a great book on attracting women. Okay, so if you've got a good dress sense and you're taking care of your body and you don't have to be a bodybuilder or anything like that, but you're at least in the correct BMI or your weight category for your height and your age, and you just generally just take care of yourself. Okay, so that's another thing that she will notice about you. Okay, now women though, the thing is that if you can get most of these things, if you can get all four of these things, and your dress sense and your looks is not as good as the rest, she will still, there's a high chance that she will still very much find you attractive. Because I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen too, a really beautiful woman with a guy that maybe doesn't look exactly he doesn't look like Brad Pitt, essentially, right? So there are many women who are with men who are not deemed attractive. Okay, so it's not 100% important that you look like a supermodel, because it's not important at all actually to most women. As long as you can get these other things, then that one's probably the least important personally that I find on the list. Okay, so another thing that she will notice, one of the first things she'll definitely notice about a man, and it will either turn her on or it'll put her off, is his body language. So you've got to have a good masculine body language. Okay, that will attract women. So basically all this means is when you're standing up with your shoulders back and your head up, and you're not covering your body in any way, because if you cross your arms, basically that means that you're feeling insecure. So if you've got your arms to the side, or literally just anywhere else but cross, okay, so just never cross your arms. It just makes you look weak. Okay, or if you're sitting down, then you just again lean back and man spread. That's it. That's the body language. That's all the body language you need. Okay, tips that you need. So if you've got a confident body language, then she will definitely notice that about you. Okay, so those are the 5 things that women notice first about a man and find very attractive. I hope you found it informative. I hope you liked the video, and I shall talk to you again very soon. And if you'd like coaching with me and you need help with me personally, then you can go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.